Hello fans, Cowboy Jobu here with the Jobu Report. You know, it's the NFL silly season, combine, free agency coming up, all kinds of rumors and everything going on. Now the question I have is Carson Wentz really that good of a quarterback, or is he just the latest hype machine that the NFL is making? Let's go to the tape of his and hers to be part of the discussion.
Season until you start geeking out, but also until the NFL Network's Mike Mayock gives us a hot take, and boy did he have one about this guy, rising star Carson Wentz. During his annual press conference with reporters, Mayock said Wentz is, quote, as athletic or more athletic than Andrew Luck. He said his arm strength, size, and ceiling are similar to Luck's. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but when Andrew Luck was going through the draft process, I think it was Mel Kiper who labeled him a once-in-a-generation prospect. So now we have two once-in-a-generation players in one generation.
See, that ain't even what he said.
I was just trying
to figure it out.
I was just trying to figure it out.
That's why the draft is not for people like you.
Yeah, you're right.
The draft ain't for people. You don't even get it.
Yes,
you don't even get it.
I don't. Explain it. Break it down to me like
a 4-year-old fine. This is how it works. Draft analysts, they compare players to those that they've studied before. It's natural. It doesn't mean he is the next Andrew Luck. There's a lot of things
he said his ceiling.
He said he's got a lot of upside, a lot of potential. He said, I look at the athleticism and I see somebody as athletic as Andrew Luck. And people forget that at the combine, I mean, they've seen him run in the league, but at the combine, he put up similar numbers to Cam Newton. Andrew Luck did.
He's a great athlete.
Okay, and he's saying, I see similar arm strength. Okay, I like his upside. Obviously, Andrew Luck was way more experienced and way more pro-ready and played at a higher level of competition at Stanford than Wentz did. Well, here's the thing about that, though. FCS cats, man, McNair was an FCS cat.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco was an FCS cat coming out of Delaware. So Mike had me at Andrew. He could have been like, Andrew Wiggins. I don't want to hear what he had me at Andrew. I'm like, yes. You telling me that this guy might have some Andrew Luck? I'm taking him at 2 to Cleveland. Or if Cleveland wants to pass, I'm taking him at 4 to Dallas. Sorry, Tony Romo. I know you think you got a couple years left, but I'm taking the heir apparent if this cat has any semblance of Andrew Luck to him. And I've never seen him play a snap. Never seen him play a snap.
Mike,
I ain't got to lie to kick it. I ain't got to lie to kick it.
You've seen it as dude.
I ain't got to lie to kick
Me
it.
neither.
Okay, but that's the fun of the draft. I know he's won some championships at North Dakota State. Those Bison, they win a lot.
And Mayock even admitted that he didn't see him play either until he started watching the film.
He didn't say he was going to take whatever team. He didn't say he was going to take the Browns to the playoffs his first 3 years or whatever the way Luck did. He didn't say that. He said, I see similarities. That's okay. Okay? Somewhere in America, there's a young lady running around pretending to be a journalist, and somebody's saying, I see a lot of Jamel Hill in you. You see what I'm saying? That's all this is. It's a comparative thing. It's a draft thing. Learn to like it. Learn to like it. Flattery will get me everywhere, especially with you. Learn to like it.
Look, it wasn't that, like you, I got a lot of kick it. I've never seen this kid play.
Okay.
I have no clue. He could be Andrew Luck. It was just an interesting comparison, and I just cracked up laughing because now I'm hearing people who didn't know about him and thought about North Dakota State. All of a sudden, like, well, I'm not putting Mayock in this category because he watches film, and I certainly
and talks to scouts.
Yeah, totally. So he has done his homework, and all of a sudden, I was like, oh, Carson Wentz, and I'm like, you don't know nothing about this guy. You know nothing.
None of us do. Even the scouts don't really know.
It's a quarterback draft, number one, and so it's got to be somebody we got to talk about. It's got to be somebody we have to elevate into this guy. Oh, he's Andrew Luck. He's gonna be the next big star. Like, all right, y'all.
Andrew. Okay, so draft hatred aside. Okay. Do you take this cat who's said to have the quote-unquote proverbial upside, or do you take Jared Goff, who seems to be the more polished guy? You know who that is, right? He played at Cal.
I do know who that
Okay, cool.
is.
I'm just checking.
Yes.
Okay, I know you.
I was scouting him for the 49ers. I'm not going to lie, right? Last time we passed on a Cal quarterback, didn't work out that well.
Nope.
Name is Aaron Rodgers.
So you go Goff then?
No, but I tell you what, though, this part of the process of this particular player I have enjoyed is somebody who, as I said, being honest, didn't see play. But being able to read about him and hear his story, one thing I do like, and this is what I loved about Khalil Mack. I got to see him a lot more, but this is what I loved. I like guys who do come from smaller, more, that aren't the 5-star recruits, that aren't, on the map. I mean, even when he was at North Dakota State, he had to sit behind somebody else because that dude was winning championships, right? And there's a lot about his makeup based off what I read that sounds good.
I'm glad you brought up Khalil Mack because last time you aligned yourself with Mayock, you got to pat yourself on the back.
We were both
he was on the Khalil Mack train. You got in the front row with him, and now
I feel like I actually started the train, but I had to go to the tape to be sure. Since we're talking draft, that's how y'all talk, right? All right.